What is going on, guys? It is Pineapple King, and it's day 5 of schedule predictions. If you don't already know this, go join my Discord down below, sub to my Twitch, sub to everything. It's all in the description down below. But you know what we're doing today. Schedule prediction for the Carolina Panthers. You already know it. We're going alphabetical order. Let's take a look at the schedule and recap real quick what they did. Obviously, Tedero McMillan is the highlight of what you guys did, drafting that elite wide receiver. I think he's going to be great. Good weapon for Bryce Young to develop with. Also, signing Trevon Moring and Sean Wharton after losing some Xavier Wood, Jordan Fuller, and David Clowney is big. I like that move a lot. I think you could be trending up here. Not to give it away what we're predicting, but I like the trend. I think we're trending upwards here. Let's get into it. Week 1, Sunday football at Jacksonville. You're going to beat them. I don't think the rookies down there, Travis Hunter, they're not ready. I think Bryce Young is better than Trevor Lawrence as well. I think most of you would agree with me on that. So I think it's a week 1 dub, and you look great. But then you go to State Farm Stadium. You're 1-1. Kyler Murray is obviously better than Bryce Young. And some people might disagree with me with that. But if you watch Kyler Murray and you watch Bryce Young, Kyler Murray is the better quarterback. Guys, just watch some tape. Watch your tape. But let's move on to your first home game is in week 3 against the Falcons, and you win. You beat the Falcons. Now, you do split the series with them. I'm going to go ahead and say that, which you knew that was going to happen. If they're going to win one game, they're not going to beat them twice. And no, you're right, they don't. Especially if you've already watched my video. Go check it out if you haven't, if you're a Falcons fan. But at home, I think you're gonna have some early momentum on with Bryce Young, with everybody. Everybody's going to be hyping up the Panthers. Tedero McMillan. I think he's going to have some early hype early on. Kind of just how like Malik Neighbors and they were last year. Patriots at Gillette Stadium. You're at a dub, and 3-1, by the way, is like competing for the division win. And the Patriots, like I said, Drake May might be the answer, but he played all last season. He didn't develop like Jane Daniels did. They did great. They had very similar rosters in the type of they were not supposed to be that good, and Jane Daniels did good, and Drake May didn't really do that good. We'll get to that way more detail later, but Dolphins in Charlotte is a dub. You're 4-1. You might actually be on top of the NFC South right now. And as a Bucs fan, that kind of hurts. It kind of hurts me a little bit. It hurts me to say that a little bit. You played Dallas and Charlotte, and you're not as fortunate as the Dolphins. Dolphins are going to be everywhere, by the way. They may have the slightly better offense, depending on if Tyreek stays, how Tua plays, if he's healthy. You're going to win there. But I think Cowboys have a better offense and the better defense. And I think as long as they sign their key players, it doesn't matter if it's in Charlotte, I think you would lose to them. But you're 3-2 on the season, and you're looking really good. And you beat the Jets in MetLife. I think we can all agree that Bryce Young is better than Justin Fields. And I think that even if the Jets kind of revamp their team, look decent, I think the Panthers can get away with one. I think people think the Panthers aren't going to be that good this season. They did exactly what they kind of needed to do. And in a strongish division and a kind of weak schedule, you went 5-12 last season. You're going to have a kind of a weak schedule, so you're going to take advantage of it, even if you're not fully ready for a Super Bowl yet. You're going to improve. Well, it's funny I say that. You're going to lose to the Bills. Doesn't matter if it's at home. The Bills are just so dominant, and J.C. Horn can't handle it all. Can't handle all of that Josh Allen. He cannot handle it all, unfortunately. Lambeau Field with the Packers. You take another loss. Unfortunate loss, but I think Jordan Love and Bryce Young is actually a very debatable quarterback situation, but Jordan Love's going to take it. And I don't know. I would like to bet on all the wide receiver twos instead of just Tet and Adam Thielen. So I think Green Bay's defense is also slightly better, even if they lost, since they lost Jair. You play the Saints first at Bank of America. You're going to beat them. The Saints is like a free win. It's like almost a second bye week. And your bye week is late in the season, so you kind of needed that, especially after coming off of 2 losses here. And now you're sitting at 6 wins, 4 losses, and you're like, wow, we're going to compete for the division. You're going to lose to the Falcons. It's the second time you play them. They figured you out. They're heating up. They're going to try and win the division too. You lose there. I think you also end up losing to the Niners. It's in Santa Clara. If the 49ers are healthy, they should be doing pretty good at this point. But they're known for falling off, so you may beat them. They may be unhealthy. CMC may be out and have to retire. Who knows what's going to happen? I pray that that's not like that. But you never know. And then you play the Rams right before your bye week and you lose. You're on a 3-game skid. 3-game skid. Not good. Very not good at all. You're now have a losing record. You are now 6-7. Unfortunate. It is unfortunate. You have a bye week to kind of lock in. I don't know, but I don't know if you've looked at the schedule. And I don't need to be a biased fan, but guys, 2 of your last 4 games are against the Bucks. But right before you get to the Bucks, you have a nice, easy game off the bye week. Beat the Saints, especially rested. You're gonna beat them both times. I full faith in that. You're 7-7. You're competing in the division race. You have to win out. You have to beat the Bucks. You do it. You do it on like a game-winning field goal. This division is gonna be tough. It's gonna be gritty. And you are 8-7, and you're like, oh my Lord, are we going to win the division? Are we gonna compete in the playoffs? The Seahawks are trying to win that division, and they're looking really good. Sam Darnold has locked in at this point, and that revamped Seattle offense, I think, is going to be really good by the end of the year. Can't handle it even if it's at home. Did you really think I was going to let you beat the Bucks twice? Not with the Bucks' high-powered offense. You're lucky if you beat them here, but I think with division rivals and everything, I think you do. Look, finishing 8-9, I think as a Panthers fan, obviously not what you want. You want to be better. But I think if you're showing improvement and next year you get even better, have a good draft again, have a good free agency, keep developing Bryce Young, next year you could compete for real for the division instead of going on this huge skid over here. But let's go over here. Last year, I'm stupid. I didn't mean to do that. Oh. Well, I forgot to set that up, but last year, and what I predicted were the exact same. I predicted them at 14th. I was 1 win off. But as you can see, I predicted them this year at number 12. And if you saw number 11, it's a little sneak peek, but be quiet about that. Don't see into that. I think 8-9. I think you're happy with 8-9. You get 3 more wins than last year, and you're developing Bryce Young, and I think everything is going upward for the Panthers, but the Falcons and Bucks are really good right now, so you're going to have to just take a step back and be happy with your cupcake schedule that you got 8 wins. But that's it. That is it for day 5. That is it for the Panthers. Tune in to everything I have linked below, and I will see you for day 6.